What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Killer Drone, and welcome back to some more Terraria. In today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell, we have ourselves another boss room set up, and that is because, well, I'm ready to get into hard mode, ladies and gentlemen, and in order to do that, we have a couple of pre-hard mode bosses to still finish up. Today, we're going to be trying to defeat the Brain of Cthulhu. We've already beaten the Eye of Cthulhu. That was probably the most difficult boss that we've done just because of its weird mechanics. And that's kind of weird saying because that's supposed to be the easiest boss in the game. However, whenever I took it on, I didn't have the gear that I have now. Since then, we've beaten the Queen Bee, we've beaten Skeletron, we've beaten a ton of the pre-hard mode bosses, including King Slime as well, but we skipped the Brain of Cthulhu. And in today's episode, I actually want to tackle that and get this thing beat. So I went ahead, I set up a boss arena here. As you can see, 3 rows of horizontal platforms. I'm not going to do any of the V-shaped stairs in this one. I think that this boss fight's going to be relatively easy at this point, so I'm not extremely worried about it. I think with all of our B weapons, we will be fine for destroying this guy. Now, how do we spawn the Brain of Cthulhu? Well, the easiest way, and the way that we're going to do here, because I don't have all of the crafting materials to get a spawner, is by breaking the Crimson Hearts. If you have corruption in your world, then you won't be fighting the Brain of Cthulhu anyway. You will be fighting, I think it's called the Dirt Worm, or the Death Worm, I'm not entirely sure. If you go into your achievements and you scroll down, if you haven't defeated it yet, it should be right here. Defeat the Eater of Worlds. And it is basically this big, massive worm. So if you're in a corruption world, you will have to fight this. But I am in a crimson world, as you can tell, which means we will have to fight the Brain of Cthulhu, an enormous demon brain which haunts the creeping crimson. So in order to spawn this guy, what we're going to do is we're going to destroy some of the Crimson Hearts that are around here. Now, I've already destroyed one of these guys earlier on in the Let's Play in order to get a gun and unlock the gunsmith. So we should only have to destroy 2 more. You have to destroy 3 of these things in total in order to spawn the Brain of Cthulhu. Now, I have one right down here, so I'll go ahead and I will destroy this guy. I think I can do that with my pickaxe. No, I cannot. Okay, I forgot how I destroyed this last time. I want to say I used bombs last time, and I did not bring any bombs with me. That is a problem. What was I thinking? Seriously, what was I thinking? Did I seriously not bring any bombs? Wow. What a noob. Is there another way to destroy these things? Okay, I'm going to have to... We're literally 3 minutes into the episode, and I have to look up how to destroy these things without bombs. There's got to be a way, right? So apparently I can break these Crimson Hearts using any of the hammer items in the game. I'm pretty sure that last time I used explosives, I'm pretty sure I used a bomb, but it's good to know that we can actually use tools in order to destroy this as well. So I'm going to go ahead and craft us up a hammer, and we are going to head down here, and I should now be able to destroy this guy. And bada bing, bada boom, we now have destroyed our second Crimson Heart. We now need to destroy one last Crimson Heart, and the Brain of Cthulhu should spawn in. Wow, there are a lot of these things around here. I think I'm going to go up to this one since it's still in the tunnel, and then we should have a pretty quick and easy escape route as well into the actual boss arena. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and let's defeat the Brain of Cthulhu. Now, my entire Brain of Cthulhu has awoken. Here we go. My entire plan for this is to actually use B-nades. B-nades are going to be our best friend for this. So this should take care of all the creeper eyes. And once all the creeper eyes are destroyed, which they are now destroyed, perfect. Now the Brain of Cthulhu itself should take some damage. Now I am very worried because this dude, he can just kind of teleport around, which makes him very much a threat. Hold on, let's switch over to our B gun. Our B gun will be good. Our B gun, we don't have much mana though. We're out of mana already. But it's okay because it is now dead. Wow, bees are so overpowered in pre-hard mode. Not gonna lie. Super overpowered in pre-hard mode. But that is okay because that was absolutely awesome. Okay, what all did we get? Looks like we got a Crimson Heart. Equipable summons a heart to provide light. Oh, we got ourselves a light pet. That is awesome. We'll go ahead and equip that. So now we should have 2 pets following us around. We should have our little turtle guy, who's been around for a few episodes now. And now we will have our Crimson Heart. And this guy actually provides light. So you'll see, it's literally a heart just kind of bouncing around, hanging out. That is awesome. What else did we get? Looks like we got some tissue samples. Not bad. Brain of Cthulhu mask. Whoa. Yeah, I don't like that. We got ourselves some Crimtane ore. Interesting. I think this can be used to make some armor, so that may be a good drop. We got a Strong the Rotted Fork. So this appears to be some type of lance, so I'm not too interested in lances, but that thing at least looks really cool, so you know what? Props for that. Anything else that we got? Crimstone blocks, I think we already had. I think that's pretty much it. I do want to fight this thing a couple of times just to see if there's any other drops that we can get, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get prepped up for that. Break us some more hearts, and I will bring you guys back whenever we're ready to fight again. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, fight number 2, here we go. I am once again, I think, going to use just a ton of bee-nades to get rid of all of the creeper eyes because they are a pain in the butt. In fact, I may just use bee-nades to take care of the boss completely because these guys are super easy. I thought that the Brain of Cthulhu was going to be kind of difficult, at least, and it is not. Let's go ahead and use all of our mana on our bee gun, and bada bing, bada boom. That is another one done. That is so ridiculously easy. Dude, bees are the most overpowered thing. By far. Doing Queen Bee early in a Let's Play was a great decision. It was indeed a great decision. What did we get? We got the Unpleasant the Undertaker. Nice. That is interesting. We also got a Murderous Crimson Rod. Ooh. Summons a cloud of rain blood on your foes. Oh, I've seen this one used. This is actually a really, really good weapon. Let's actually, I'll put this here in my 9 slot for right now, and I'll show it off. Let's see what else we got. We got a Panic Necklace. This increases movement speed after being struck. Okay, that's interesting. Musket balls and some lesser healing potions. Not bad. This Murderous Crimson Rod. The Crimson Rod is really cool because what I can do is I can just click, and bada bing, bada boom, it summons a cloud that is raining acid. And anything that is sitting underneath this acid will actually take damage. Now, I believe this does use a bit of mana. Yeah, it uses 10 mana in order to summon a cloud, but it's actually pretty effective. Let's see if I can... is there anything around? Man, I picked a terrible time to show this off, didn't I? Anything over here? Yeah. Here, come here. Walk through that. So as you can see, as they pass through that, they take damage. This is really good to like set up outside of your house during a blood moon. And you can just set one of these at your door, let it rain down on people. And as they come in, they'll be dying pretty quickly. So that's really cool. That's a really good staff, really good rod to have, at least in early game. I guess at this point it's probably doing a little bit too little of damage for me to really use, but still, pretty good weapon. I'm glad that we have it. By the way, is this giving me a permanent buff? A magical heart that provides light. Okay, so no, it's not giving me any type of buff. I was about to say, that's weird. I didn't know that this thing gave a buff. Anyway, I think I may destroy the Brain of Cthulhu one more time here in the video, and then we'll head on back to base for some other things. Okay. There's just an unconscious dude down here at the bottom of the Crimson now. Huh? How did I get here? The last thing I remember, the last thing I remember was a portal opening up in front of me. Eternia Crystal, what is that? For starters, take a few of these defender medals on the house. I've got some special defenses you can purchase, but only with defender medals. Interesting. Whoa! Okay, well this guy's got some cool stuff. He's got some different rods. He's got an ale. He's got some Eternia crystals. A Eternial crystal stand. Defender's forge. Huh, but he only takes defender medals. I don't know what defender medals are. Oh, and I got a lazy crimson rod from something. Maybe that was just down here on the ground somewhere. Interesting. I'm getting all kinds of cool stuff. Oh, also I got the trophy at some point. Well, that's cool. He gave me 5 defender medals. I don't know if I should buy something with that or not. Lightning aura rod, explosive trap rod, ballista rod, or flame burst rod. Huh. I think I'll just save my medals for right now. I'm not entirely sure what they do, so I'm just going to kind of pocket them. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of some inventory space. Oh. Okay, sure, you can have them, dude. Here, have those too. Might as well. I don't know why you're buying things from me, but sure. All right. And I'm assuming that this guy is going to head back to the house at some point. Anyway, let me go ahead and set up for this last fight, and then I'll bring you guys back in just a minute. Alrighty, ladies and gents, we are back once again to fight the Brain of Cthulhu. Starting out with some B-nades here, getting this party started right. And this should be over quickly. I do have to say that avoiding this guy is a bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be, though. Not gonna lie. Alright, he seems to be actually surviving a bit longer this time. I had been just crushing him. There we go. He's dead. Yeah, still super easy. Oh man, now I think I have some items still on the floor here because my inventory is filled. I have some more tissue samples, not bad. Dude, that's 539 Crimtane ore. That is insane. I don't know what I can do with all of that Crimtane ore, but hey, it's good to have, I think. Go ahead and drop the death weed. Was there anything around here that I could pick up? No. Did I not get another drop? Interesting. Okay. Well, that's fine. I guess not every boss is guaranteed a cool drop. That's fine. I feel like I missed something, but maybe I didn't. Okay, cool. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and head back to the base then, and I will bring you guys back in just a minute. Alrighty, ladies and gents, we are back, and I think that for the rest of this episode, I want to work on getting a storage solution in my base area here. Right now, all of my chests and things are a mess. It is just getting way too difficult to deal with all of this stuff. If I go ahead and just access this chest, for example, I have accessories in here. I also have tools, which I don't even need this tool. I don't know why I even have it. I also have weapons. If I go to the chest next to that one, this one is relatively organized. It has mostly items that can be placed in the world. But as you can see, even this one got unorganized, and we have some accessories in this, as well as books and starfit. Like, I just kind of throw things around without actually meaning to. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to expand my base. So if we go ahead and zoom out here, I plan on going into the ground. I'm going to dig underneath here, make us a couple of rooms down in this area, and we are going to make us a couple of different rooms to store different items. This is going to be one heck of a project, but without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and let's get right into it. Alrighty, ladies and gents, so first things first, for creating a storage room, I'm going to need some chests. So what I'm doing is I'm coming through the dungeon and I'm collecting up some of these golden chests. Now, in part of our room, we're going to be using the golden chests because I think they're going to look a little bit nicer, but we're also going to craft some regular chests as well, just out of wood and iron. However, I thought that these golden chests were a good option, and this is a really easy place to get a lot of them, as well as get some cool loot, like the handgun that we just got from this chest. 18 range damage, 4% critical strike chance, very fast speed, very weak knockback, and it is a handgun. We can also upgrade this handgun to, I believe it's called the Phoenix Blaster, but we'll have to wait until we get back to the base in order to do that. But another really cool item that we have gotten here in the dungeon. Now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick up the chest, and bada bing, bada boom, that is how we're going to get all of the chests for our storage room. Get out of here, Mr. Skeletor. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? Okay, hold on. I'm going to have to... Yeah, I'm going to have to heal first. Yeah, let's heal first. And now I'm going to have to do a bit of building up in order to get back up there. Don't have any blocks on me. I do indeed. Alright, I'll bring you guys back in just a minute. Alrighty, ladies and gents, we are back, and it has been a little while now, and I have gone through several more chests, and I have found this brand new magic wand, it looks like. This is the Masterful Magic Missile. Does 32 magic damage, 4% critical strike chance, very fast speed, very strong knockback, and it uses 9 mana. It has plus 15% damage and minus 10% mana cost, as well as plus 5% knockback. This is not a bad weapon, it doesn't look like. I'm kind of interested in using this thing. However, I still don't have a lot of mana on my character. I think I only have 160. But it may be worth giving a try. I'm not entirely sure. You know what? We'll try it out. We'll try it out and just give it a shot here. I am going to favorite it for right now so I don't accidentally put it in one of my safes. That's another thing that I forgot to mention. I actually figured out how to use this money trough, and now I can call the flying pig to me, and that flying pig is storing some of my safes. So if I go ahead and do this guy, and I get back up here, and I access this pig, you will see that he has none of my stuff, because my safes are in my inventory, and I'm a dummy. Let's go ahead and access my safe here. Can I place it, please? No. Okay, hold on. Let's get rid of these guys so I have a little bit more room. Go ahead and grab this as well. And place down one of my safes. There we go. Now you can see we have ourselves a safe that is just full of stuff. We got more chests here that I've been collecting. We're now up to 8 of these guys. We have some of the walls and stuff that I was using to build with earlier. But yeah, basically what I can do is I can go ahead, I can pick up these safes, just like so, and then I can place the safe inside of our little piggy guy. And then we can call our pig guy anytime that we want to with the money trough. Now, from what I understand, all of these safes are connected, but I'm not entirely sure about that. I still haven't played around with the safes that much, but the piggy and the money trough I've played around with quite a bit. So I know how that thing works. Just not super familiar with the safes as of yet. Alright, anything else around here that I may want? Dude, there are so many of these things around constantly, and I hate them. Going through the dungeon I thought was going to be relatively easy, but it's still a pain in the butt. Mostly because of all the water candles that are around. If it wasn't for those things constantly spawning things at an increased rate, this really wouldn't be that hard, because none of the enemies are super difficult. They're mostly just annoying. Anyway, I'm going to keep working around here. collecting up more stuff, and I'll bring you guys back in a bit. Alrighty, ladies and gents, we are back, and I am here in hell, here in the underworld, trying to collect up a few items that I have missed. So, when I was making my storage room up top, I started with the armory, and I was trying to see how I should classify certain items that we find whenever we are exploring. So I wanted to organize the ranged items with the ranged items, the magic items with the magic items, and so on and so forth. And then I noticed on the wiki that I'm actually missing a lot of the pre-hard mode items that I can gather. And one of the items that I really want to get that I think is really cool is the Hellwing bow. So I came down here into the underworld and I started opening up the shadow chests, trying to find them. I've gotten a ton of cool weaponry from this, such as the Sun Fury, the Demonic Flame Lash, a bunch of different items, but not the one that I was looking for. The one that I was looking for, I just found here in this chest. We got ourselves some torches, we got ourselves some recall potions, we got ourselves some teleportation potions, some obsidian skin potions, which are extremely useful if you are going to try and explore the hell down here, explore the underworld. This is extremely important to make a bunch of these. I got 16 on me. I've been doing quite the exploration down here. Anyway, some lesser restoration potions, and it looks like some silver bullets. That's interesting. But last but not least, the Hellwing bone. If we just compare that to our Rapid the Bee's Knees, the Rapid the Bee's Knees does 27 range damage, which is very, very good. That is a very, very good bow. But this one is, it's not as good, right? It's not as good as far as damage goes, but it's more interesting, I guess. So let's go ahead and just take a look at it while we are down here in hell. Let's go ahead and grab up this chest as well. And this is the perfect victim, a Hellwing bat. But as you can see there, this thing does not shoot arrows. It actually turns normal arrows into flaming bats that you can shoot the enemies with and kill them. It is absolutely amazing. I love this thing. It's probably not as good as the bees, to be honest with you, because once they hit a projectile, they just kind of disappear. Whereas the bees will actually seek out the enemy. The Hellwing bats just kind of hit and then disappear immediately. But it's still something that I wanted to add into my storage room just because it's such an interesting and cool weapon. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this thing. Let's go ahead and head back up to the top because I've gotten everything that I wanted to get out of hell now. So later, bats. And here is the storage room, what I have so far. Let's go ahead and head down here and see how I'm organizing everything. So first and foremost, we have this chest here, which is our vanity items chest. This is just a chest that is going to hold things like bee shirts, Brain of Cthulhu masks, top hats, wedding dresses. Anything that is just cosmetic is going to go in this chest. And I likely will have to have multiple chests of this. And I may eventually put more mannequins. I may even expand this entire area eventually, because there's a ton of armor and weapons and vanity items and stuff that you can get in this game. But for right now, this is what I'm sticking with. Just one chest for vanity items. Eventually, we'll probably need more than that, but this is fine for now. Next, we have our 2 equipment chests. Equipment 1 just has a bunch of random equipment items in it. It has anything from shackles to Nazars to counterweights. Pretty much anything that you can think of is in this chest. We also have some specifically magic items in here, such as the Guarding Nature's Gift. This was something that I picked up very recently. I don't know if I showed this on camera, but it does a 6% reduced mana usage and also has a +2 defense. So it's not bad if you're a mage. Also, I just picked this one up from the Traveling Merchant. It was something that I could buy from him, and this increases pickup range for mana stars. So I'm assuming what this does is if there's a mana star on the ground somewhere, it will have this thing kind of float across the room toward you. I haven't played as a mage that much, so this is something that I haven't used before, but it's something that I could definitely see being useful. So I went ahead and bought it. Anyway, Equipment 2 chest right now is empty, so I'm just using it as kind of a special items chest, and I have a backup money trough in here in case I need it in order to call up my piggy bank. So that is that section done. Moving on to the next floor, we have what is known as the Thrown Items class. The Thrown Items class is not really useful after pre-hard mode, but I think that it still deserves its own little class thing up here, so I went ahead and I did it. This is the ninja gear, or the ninja armor, and over here in the leftmost chest we have throwing gear and explosives. So we have throwing knives, shuriken, bee-nades, javelin, spiky balls, grenades, bombfish, and then our regular bombs. So I'm trying to keep things as organized as possible, and it makes sense for all of the thrown items, things that you would use if you were playing a throwing class, to go up here with the thrown class on this level, if that makes sense. Let's actually zoom in here a bit just to... There we go. That's a little bit better, right? I don't really have to worry about all these guys. All of our NPCs will take care of them. All right, let's go ahead and head down to the next level. This is the Summoner class, and right now there is only... I think there's only one Summoner class pre-hard mode. I may be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it's only one, and it's the B class. Oh wait, there's the Imp class as well, but I think it's only a weapon. I don't think there's an armor for it. Dude, is it a slime rain right now? Dude, I think it's a slime rain right now. Hold on. I actually want to participate in this because I want to kill King Slime in order to finish my... my ninja suit. Is it? Yes, it is a slime rain. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We are heading, not this direction, the other direction. We're going to head this direction, and we are going to kill the King Slime. I'm going to zoom out a bit, though, because, man, I know a lot of you guys keep asking for me to zoom in the camera, and I like zooming in the camera when I'm just around my base and it's relatively safe. But whenever I am in battle, it sucks being attacked by stuff that is off screen. So I don't like doing that. But whenever I'm in the base, I'll try to remember to zoom in my camera from here on out. That way you guys can kind of see what I'm working with while I'm in the base. But out here, whenever I'm fighting and stuff, it's just kind of, kind of annoying, I guess. Okay, so here is an arena that I used for the blue slime at one point, or for the king slime, whatever you want to call him. So I guess we'll just use this one again. I actually have another one set up further down. You know what? Let's go to that one. Let's go to that one. We're still very early in the day, so I imagine that we can still get this guy to spawn. We only have to kill, I think, 75 blue slimes in order to get him to spawn now, since we did this once before. So, yeah, I think we can manage that still. Probably should have grabbed some bee-nades while I was at the base, though. Oh, well, it's fine. We'll get it with the bee gun. The bee gun's still super overpowered, so... Alright, so this is the area that I made. It's just a super flat area. So I'm just going to hang out in this area, let a ton of slime spawn. And theoretically, this should have plenty of room for our King Slime friend to spawn in. I'm actually going to remove the Hellwing bow and start using the bee's knees again because it is significantly better. The Hellwing bow is just something cool that I wanted to play around with. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's kill off as many of these guys as possible, and hopefully we will get ourselves a King Slime to spawn. And I'm not going to cheese the King Slime this time. I'm not going to build a rope up to where he can't attack me. I'm going to try and take him on one-on-one, mano-e-mano, and see how it goes. I know it's kind of dangerous, but, I want to play around with him. I feel like I'm powerful enough that I can just kind of wreck this guy pretty easily. Slime has stopped falling from the sky. No! Can we still get him? No? Crap! I wasted all of that time! Man, I thought that we would get him to spawn in. We did not kill 75, though, apparently. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to head back to the base real quick and continue showing you guys what I was doing. I think I noticed that it was raining slime a bit too late in order to actually do anything. Anyway, so what were we talking about? Oh, we were talking about the Summoner class, right? So the Summoner class, I think the only one that is available pre-hard mode is the Bees and the Imp. I don't think the Imp has any armor or anything, so that is fine. I do have the Zealous Hornet Staff, which can spawn us in a couple of hornets to fight for us. So this is a summoning class. I don't know that I'm going to play around with that a whole lot during this Let's Play, but I still want to collect all the armors and stuff like that for this class as we go through. All right, moving down, we have the Magic class, and I really like both the Magic class and the Melee class. Actually, I like all three of these. I like the Magic, the Ranger, and the Melee class, so these are probably going to be the main classes that I run with through most of this Let's Play from here on out. But anyway, this is our Magic class road, and we have our Space Armor, or Meteorite Armor, then we have our Jungle Armor, and over here in the leftmost area, we have ourselves the Water Bolt that we got from the dungeon. I don't think I showed this on camera, but whenever I was collecting chests up for this area specifically, I got a couple of Water Bolts from the dungeon. I got the Aqua Scepter, we got the Murderous Crimson Rod, we got the Shoddy Aqua Scepter, which this one can probably be sold, to be honest with you. We got the Forceful Magic Missile, the Space Gun, some bee guns, and a Masterful Magic Missile. So, not bad. Got ourselves some pretty good magic items there. Down here, we are on the ranged level, and there's not really a whole lot of ranged gear pre-hard mode, but there is this armor set here, which I believe is the Necro Armor. Let me go and empty out my inventory real quick. Let me just stand here. And can I quick stack to get rid of a couple of things? That would be superb. There we go. Got rid of a couple more things up here. There we go. All right. So let's head back down. And let's check this out. I'm pretty sure this is called the Necro Armor. Yes, the Necro Breastplate. So this armor gives us a 5% range damage bonus per piece that we are wearing. So there's 3 pieces to this set. That means if you're wearing all 3 pieces, you'll have 15%. Plus there is a set bonus that gives you a 20% boost. So the whole set, if you're wearing the whole set, you get plus 20% damage bonus to all of your items. Let's go ahead and turn auto pause off just since I'm here in my base. I like having auto pause on just so I can talk to you guys whenever we're out in the world and we find a chest. That way we're not continuously interrupted by different creatures trying to attack us. I just think it's a nice feature for the video's sake. Anyway, while we're in the base, it's nice to be able to actually use things from my inventory. In our ranged chest over here, we have a fair amount of items actually, and I'm going to add the Hellwing Bow to this set of items. But we have the Godly Handgun, the Unpleasant, the Undertaker, Zealous Boomstick, Molten Fury, another Boomstick, Harpoon, Handgun, Zealous the Undertaker, Flare Gun, Hellwing Bow. This is a ranged armor. It's the Ancient Necro Helmet, and it's a 5% increased range damage. It is not the same as this helmet, though, I don't think, because it's an ancient variety. So I'm not entirely sure if this is great or if it's bad. I'm just not familiar with the bow. Then we have another Bee's Knees, we have a Slime Gun, and we have a Water Gun. Both of these, neither one of these do damage, but they're just kind of interesting ranged weapons, so I decided to include them in that chest. And now the piece de resistance. This is the melee section. First and foremost, we have our gi, which is kind of more of a general armor set, but still it is an armor set nonetheless. Then we have, this is the Platinum Armor bottoms with a Viking helmet top. I thought it looked good together, so I decided to make this a mannequin. And then we have the Crimson Armor, and this is a really useful armor pre-hard mode that boosts your health regeneration, so I kind of like this one a lot as well. Eventually we'll add the armor that we currently have on to this statue, I imagine, as we move into hard mode. But checking out this chest, there are a ton of melee items in here. We have everything from yo-yos to beekeepers to more yo-yos to swords to swordfishes. We have flails. There are a lot of melee weapons in this game. No shortage of them, that is for sure. And I can even add in our Sun Fury to this area as well now. So this is another flail that I just got. Not bad. It's decent enough, I guess. It just kind of hits and bounces off. It doesn't go through blocks. So, you know, it's not the best, but it's not the worst either. So, it's decent. The Flame Lash, I already have one, so I should be able to put this in a chest, and that should go here in my magic chest. 42 damage, 48 damage. Okay, I just want to make sure that I'm depositing the right one. And I think we're good. I think we're good. I like this storage system that we have here. There's still plenty of things that I want to get from pre-hard mode before we move into hard mode. So I'm going to continue collecting those items that we're missing, and I'll bring you guys back in a bit whenever I have some more stuff to show you guys. Alrighty, ladies and gents, we are back, and I am down here in our bee arena, where I have been fighting a few more queen bees, because I want to attempt to get the bee mount. I think that the bee mount will be really useful to us here in pre-hard mode, as well as in the beginning of hard mode. The bee mount could be pretty useful, so I want to try and grind out and get the bee mount. So I've done a couple of battles already of the queen bee, and I just got a pretty special drop that I kind of forgot about. This is a pet. This is the nectar. It is an equipable item, and it summons a baby hornet. So this should replace our little turtle guy here, and I believe, there we go, we have ourselves a little baby hornet that'll follow us around. That is pretty cool. Now, this guy does not fight or anything, just like the little seaweed did not fight or do anything like that, but this guy does match my little vanity head that I have on right now. I have the queen bee mask on right now, so he kind of matches with me, and I think that looks pretty cool. So I think I'll continue to use him for the time being, but I still have a few more queen bee fights to do. I have 7 more. Hopefully, if we're lucky, I will be able to get the bee mount. It's just kind of a random chance here. So I'm going to do a few more fights. I think this is like I think this must be around my 14th queen bee fight at this point, and I still have not gotten the drop. I think it's only like a 5% drop rate, so it's not looking too good for us, but I'll continue grinding at her here, and I will bring you guys back in a few minutes. Alrighty, ladies and gents, so in the middle of all of my fighting of the queen bee, we had a traveling merchant arrive, and he's actually selling some interesting items. First and foremost, we have the Pressurator, which I'm not entirely sure what it does. It automatically places actuators on placed objects, which I'm not... Yeah, I don't know anything about the whole wiring mechanics in this game, but this sounds like something I should probably pick up. So I'm going to, and that may be a horrible buy, but it's definitely something that I feel I should get. Next is the Diamond Ring, which is 2 platinum. I'm not getting that because it's just a vanity item. Then we have the Gypsy Rose. It is, Gypsy Robe, not Rose. Gypsy Robe. And it is a magic item. It increases magic damage by 6% and critical strike chance. So that's pretty cool. It also reduces mana used by 10%. So this is not a bad robe, not something that I would probably use, but because I want to collect a lot of this stuff, I think I'm going to go ahead and get it. Then we have the portable cement mixer. This increases wall placement speed. I don't think I need that, but I'm going to get it anyway. And then we have the DPS Meter. This displays your damage per second. And I've actually been looking for one of these, and I've been having a hard time finding one. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this up as well. So we got ourselves a couple of cool little items there. Not bad. That's actually the first traveling merchant in quite a while that I have actually bought things from, so not bad whatsoever. I'm going to go ahead and organize some of this in the chests down here, and then I'm going to head back over to the jungle in order to continue fighting the queen bee. So I'll bring you guys back in a bit. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, I have been grinding queen bee for about 2 hours. I've made multiple trips back to my base to drop off bee guns. Well, not even drop them off. I just sold them to the merchant. But I finally got it. 2 hours of grinding queen bee. And we got the honeyed goggles. This summons a rideable bee mount that we can use to fly around the world. I still have 4 more abominations left that I can do at some point if I ever need to, but I don't think there's any other drop that I need from the queen bee at the moment. Oh man, I'm so happy that this stupid thing is over with. Oh, alright, I'm gonna get rid of that bee shirt because I don't need those. I really don't need any more bee guns either, and the rest of this stuff I will store in our little piggy man here. So let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and equip this guy, and this is our very first mount of the game, the Cavalry. Nice. Interesting. And then I'll go ahead and throw our Abeeminations in there as well. These weapons, I think I'll go back to the base and sell. Speaking of going back to the base, let's go ahead and use a recall potion, and let's head on back and check out our B mount. Now, I believe that there is a hotkey for spawning the B mount, and I want to look at that real quick. Quick mount, R. Okay, so if we hit R... Hello! Yes, let's go ahead and zoom in and take a look at this guy. Okay, so he is very interesting. So his goggles actually come on whenever he is flying, by the way. Check out that little small detail. How the goggles just drop down on his head. Also, the wings flutter whenever he's flying, and the feet change ever so slightly. Now, I cannot... oh, yeah, I can. I didn't think I could attack from up here. Can I attack? Yeah, I can even shoot my bow. That is great. Okay, let's check out flight time. So let's go ahead and zoom out. And let's see how long this guy can fly for. Actually, give me just a second, guys. Alright, ladies and gents, we are back. Sorry about that. I had an alarm going off in the background that I needed to turn off. But let's go ahead and check out this thing's flight time real quick. So, considerable amount of time, and I can continue to go up. When does this guy become exhausted? There we go. Okay, so we can get well above where the floating islands are. So we should theoretically be able to find all of these things. And I can fight off the back of this thing too? Well, this is amazing. This really is amazing. Now, if I go... Can I land on these platforms? There we go. Now, he is incredibly slow walking. He is incredibly slow. But that's okay because he's meant to be a flying mount. So this is not a problem. 49... Oh, that's 49 damage per second. 31 miles per hour in the air. So that is... only 1 mile per hour more than our spiked Spectre boots. Okay, so he's not really that fast in the air. Because look, our spiked Spectre boots, whenever we're at full speed, we're at 30, but if we jump, we get up to like 40-something. 50-something even on the way down. So, yeah, these things are still faster. However, this thing is still useful for getting around and even fighting things that are in the air. I imagine this thing's going to be pretty useful. Now, there is a floating island at the end of our raceway thing here, at the end of our skyway. And I would like to fly to that real quick and just check what is inside of the chest. So I'm going to go ahead and run to the end of this thing. And then instead of jumping off, we're going to summon our mount. And we're going to fly down to it. Man, I'm so glad that we got this thing. This is going to be awesome. We actually have flight, although it is limited flight. We have flight before hard mode, which is really awesome. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's spawn our little bee guy. And now, right over to the floating island. Perfect. All right, I have not been in this thing at all yet, so let's check it out. Go ahead, place down a torch. Place down another torch over here. And what is inside? Yes! Yes, indeed, the Starfury. This is a sword that I've been wanting, and I wanted to get really early on in the game, but sadly, I just wasn't able to get over to this island, and I was too lazy to continue our sky bridge. But this thing would have been great early on. This is the Starfury. Let's go ahead and take that thing out. We also got some Shrieking, some Danger Sense, some Torches, and some Sky Mill. Let's just check this out real quick. Oh, hey! We had a guide arrive. That's kind of a spoiler in a way. I accidentally died the other day while in hell with a guide voodoo doll on me, and that killed the guide. It also happened to spawn the wall of flesh that I immediately died to because I was in the lava. And yeah, it was a whole thing. It was a problem. Anyway, The Starfury. Check this thing out. Dude, this thing hits a 40 with that attack. Now, I think, and I'm not sure about this, but I think this uses fallen stars to attack. Yeah, it does. It does indeed. Now, this thing's still hitting 40. So it's it's kind of like a double attack. So I hit it with a 19, and then the star can come down and hit it with like a 40 or something. Yeah. So it's doing like 60 damage if you get both of them to land. So it's pretty cool. It's not the greatest sword in the world, but early game, this thing would have been really cool. Also, you'll see if you have any platforms above you, those do actually block the stars. So then you're only doing like 19 damage, but still really cool. And I'm super glad that we got the B mount. This is awesome. That is really awesome. Also, this one's doing negative 18% damage, so it probably hits a little bit harder than what we're seeing here on screen, but that's fine. I'll go ahead and take this back to the base real quick, and I don't think I have any more recall potions, so I'll have to run back over there, but that's fine. I will bring you guys back in just a minute. Alrighty, ladies and gents, we are back, and I am here on top of a sky island. I decided to not go back to the base and to instead go around and try and find some of the sky islands just to see what we have. And so far, I have found 2 fishing holes in the sky, which is really nice, especially since one of them is fairly close by to our base. And then we also have 1 more of the sky islands over here, but they didn't have anything super useful in it. I think the best thing that we got out of there was maybe shrieking and some potions. It wasn't much whatsoever, but now I am on another sky island over here, kind of toward the edge of the map. We're pretty close to the ocean on this area, and I found us another chest. So looking inside, we got ourselves some silver coins, another recall potion, some shine potions, silver bars, rope, and the shiny red balloon. This increases jump height. Now this can actually be combined with the lucky horseshoe that we have in our inventory all the time in order to increase jump height as well as negate fall damage if we have it equipped. So this is a pretty useful thing that we found here. I like this a lot. That's kind of going to be useful. I don't know that I can craft this here though. I think I'm going to have to go back to the base, which is a good thing we just got that recall potion because I need to use it. All right, where is our tinker table? I don't remember which one is our tinker table, to be honest with you. I think it's this up here. I think this is our tinkering area. No, what is this? Hold on, I forgot what this is. Tinkerer's Workshop. It is this. Okay, hold on. Well, maybe it's not crafted here. Where could this thing be crafted? I need the balloon. And I need the lucky horseshoe. Oh, is it because this is favorited? That'd be a negative, Ghost Rider. I have no idea. Oh, I have to make the cloud and a balloon first. Oh, I'm a dummy. Never mind. I figured it out. Okay, let's head down here. So, I need the cloud in a bottle. So, this guy. And then I can make... If we go ahead and head up here. And we head up to our Tinkerer's Workshop. Like so. We can now make the cloud in a balloon. Perfect. And now we can use that cloud in a balloon to make a blue horseshoe balloon, which is perfect. And this is the Intrepid Blue Horseshoe Balloon. We can probably redo this though, re-roll it and get a different aspect, but I'm just going to keep this in my inventory for now, just because it's a really, really useful item to have. I'll probably swap it out with one of these eventually. Right now, I'm just really enjoying all the ones that we have, especially this one, the Warding Bazaar. I don't think that I'm ever going to say that name right. But that thing's extremely useful whenever I'm fighting the Queen Bee. Now, I don't plan on fighting the Queen Bee for a while, so maybe I'll switch this out for that guy. But I'll have to re-roll this. But anyway, overall, not too bad. I like that we can combine some more items. I was looking for something to combine the DPS meter that we have, but I actually need the metal detector, and the only way to get the metal detector is by killing a nymph underground, and I have not been lucky enough to find one that drops one. I've killed like 4 or 5 of those things, and it's supposed to be a 50% drop chance, but yeah, I don't think that's true because, well, I'm not getting it at a 50% drop chance, that's for sure. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to be where I wrap up today's video. I do hope that you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like on the video, as well as if you're new around here, be sure to subscribe. Off camera, I'm probably going to start collecting up some more of the stuff that I missed in pre-hard mode. Maybe some more armor that I may have missed, as well as try and kill off some king slime to get our ninja pants. So I'm going to do some more organization, try and get some of the things that I may have missed in pre-hard mode, and then we're going to start getting prepared for some hard mode stuff. So I'll bring you guys back in the next episode, and I will see you guys then. You guys have a great day.